All right, guys, I'm back. It's been a hiatus. I don't see a better time than now to come back. We like to talk about the tough things, so here we are. And I'm gonna just dive right in because I know that I want to be as clear as possible. I know some people want help understanding what's going on. So, uh, George Floyd was murdered. Four cops. Uh, One was arrested, wasn't arrested immediately, all that. Protest, riot, loot, all that. Um, we're not going to get into like who is what, blah, blah, blah. That's not what we're here to do. We're just here to understand what's actually happening. So a lot of people are like questioning like what's going on. Just know that when people are rioting and protesting, they're talking about a straw that broke a 400-year camel's back. You're trying to talk about a 4-day period. We're just on two different wavelengths already. So that's the first thing. And people are trying to understand. Well, some people are trying, some people aren't. We're not going to get into that either. However, if you do want to understand, I want to give you a little idea as to why protests are happening. And so when we talk about that 400-year camel, I'm going to just give you a story as to what that camel looked like. If you don't know the story of David Goggins, he's one of the top athletes, military guys in the world ever. And if you read his book, in his book, he talks about whenever he was trying to enter into one of the armed forces elite units. He tested, did everything well. They wanted him to be a part of it. However, one of the questions that was asked of him is, what if one of your brothers in arms, whatever they call them, what if they happen to use the word nigger? What are you going to do? And he was puzzled by this because, hey, what are you supposed to do? Well, I'm going to get defensive. I don't know about you, but that's what he said. And he wasn't allowed to join the unit because his brothers put their right to say nigger above his ability to perform. And now, mind you, he's one of the top athletes. Look him up, David Goggins, okay? And that's what America does to all black people, okay? They invite you to participate so they can enjoy the fruits of your labor, remind you something, and they also hold the right to still abuse and do as much as kill you without any repercussions. That's the illusion of America. Now, what we're talking about is, police doing it. That's what we're currently talking about. But it's not just about police. It's about everybody participating in that that right, that ability to do so and be protected by the flag. And that's one of the things that we're currently talking about as well. So whenever we look at this situation, it's a police officer, it's a politician, it's a DA, it's a judge, all public servants, right? Well, who is management to the when you say I want to speak to the manager? Who's the manager of public servants? The public. So whenever they say that it's not all cops are bad, we're not talking about cops. We're talking about the system of cops, and we're talking about, hey, we want management to address the issue. You know who management is? The public. You know why management isn't addressing the issue? Because they are actually performing the service that management wants them to perform. America wants to continue to hold that right of doing those things. And this isn't a debate. We're not going to debate this. It's just been carried out for 400 years. Okay. Public should have always been rioting. There should have always been, upwards of 85% of people boycotting whenever black people are killed. And whenever it's done by a public servant, because we are management, right? And that brings me to another little story, okay? I know we're getting close to 5 minutes. Let me see if I can wrap this up. Imagine that you live in a town, right? Imagine you live in a town to where a bunch of wealthy people come and they build a, say, hunting and fishing club, right? and they build this dam and they enjoy the fruits and the fun of this isolated hunting and fishing club for decades. And they enjoy themselves. They love it. And the dam starts to, deteriorate. And people tell these rich people, hey, you got to, fix this dam. It's going to break, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Well, eventually, because hey, we're cheap. We want what we want, but we don't want to, take care of what's necessary. We don't care about the public. So eventually the dam breaks. And your city floods because of the negligence of outside people. And as your city's flooding, rather than addressing the water that's coming, rather than addressing the people responsible for the water, you then spend your time calling the water nigger. Okay? That's what you do. Not only that, you just stop drinking water. Shout out to my hometown, Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Gotta love it. But that's where we're at. Any questions? I'm open to educate. We're not debating this one. This isn't a debate. You either want to get it or you don't. But this is the new normal. Hopefully people want to see a better world, a better America, where everybody actually is equal. Hopefully people are uncomfortable. And hopefully people learn to do the hard things to build comfort where it's actually appropriate, and not to where they're living under a falsehood of equality and liberty. Like if you want, subscribe if you want, share if you want, call me if you want. But hey, this is what we're doing. To everybody, take care. Remember, our pain can be purposeful. Let's use this time to grow, guys. You have the email, you have the phone number, you have the Instagram. Get a hold of me.